बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ द फैशन फैक्टर। अगर हमें किसी भी जर्नी का आगाज़ करना हो तो पहला स्टेप लेना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है। अगर हम बात करें फार्मास्यूटिकल मार्केटिंग की, तो आज मेरे साथ एक ऐसे शख्स मौजूद हैं जिन्होंने पहला स्टेप भी लिया और काफ़ी मंजिलें वो तय कर चुके हैं। इनकी जर्नी के बारे में जानेंगे कि फार्मास्यूटिकल मार्केटिंग के बारे में ये क्या जानते हैं, फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री के बारे में इनके क्या इनपुट्स हैं। तो जो आज के हमारे गेस्ट हैं, हाँ, मैं वेलकम करूँगा उस्मान मलिक। उस्मान, कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ फैसल, आप सुनाएँ कैसे हैं?
उस्मान, थैंक यू वेरी मच कि आप आज हमारे पॉडकास्ट में आए। अच्छा उस्मान, इस पॉडकास्ट का जो हमारा मकसद है, जो यंग जनरेशन है, फ्रेशर्स हैं, उनको हम गाइड कर सकें फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, पर्टिकुलरली मार्केटिंग फील्ड के बारे में। तो उस्मान, पहला सवाल मेरा आपसे इस हवाले से कि जो फार्मास्यूटिकल मार्केटिंग है, वो कंज्यूमर मार्केटिंग से किस तरीके से डिफरेंट है?
सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फैसल। आई फील ऑनर्ड कि यू थिंक कि आई एम capable enough to sit with you and talk on these topics with a younger generation. So coming back to your question, pharmaceutical marketing is different. How it is different from consumer marketing? I think they both are not. They both are like different things, because in consumer marketing you are not regulated by the trap or any other regulatory bodies. You can go to extreme crazy ideas. You can make a billboard of your choice. But in pharmaceutical marketing, we are actually working in a regulated market, so the options in doing things are somehow limited if you compare it with the consumer marketing. But yeah, the people who are very creative, they actually bring different strategies and creativity and innovation in pharmaceutical marketing also. It's not like that if you are creative, you should not come into pharmaceutical marketing, because यहाँ पे you don't have the liberty to do much. So it's not like that.
तो उस्मान, यानी बेसिकली आपका पॉइंट ये है कि दैट देयर आर सर्टेन बाउंड्रीज और रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज़ होती हैं, जिसके अकॉर्डिंगली हमें उनको फुलफिल करना होता है और उसी के अंदर रहते हुए हमें अपनी क्रिएटिविटी दिखानी होती है।
Yes.
अच्छा उस्मान, थोड़ा-सा अपने एकेडमिक बैकग्राउंड के बारे में बताएँ कि आपने क्या किया, फ़ार्मडी कहाँ से की, फिर एमबीए आपने कहाँ से किया? फिर उसके बाद आपकी प्रोफ़ेशनल जर्नी कैसे स्टार्ट हुई? और इसी सवाल में मैं ये ऐड करूँगा कि आपने सोचा था यार मुझे फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री में आना है।
Yeah. So मेरे से ये सवाल बहुत commonly पूछा जाता है. तो I actually planned my pharmaceutical career before starting pharmacy. Usually,
I think you are the first individual who did that. मतलब मोस्टली नॉर्मली
exactly. So when I passed my intermediate, my marks were not very good that I can start my MBBS. I went to my uncle. He is also a pharmacist. I talked to him that I can take another year. I can do preparations again, and I can improve my scores, and then I can take admission in MBBS. Then मेरे मामू हैं, तो उन्होंने he did a counseling session with me कि why you want to, why MBBS, and then there were many hurdles and challenges we discussed with each other, and then he said कि don't waste another year of your life, because you won't get this year back later on and you might regret it. So start pharmacy and then think about it, what you want to do and where you want to go. If you feel like you want to come into the marketing, because I was inspired by him. You want to be, because he's always like this, suited, booted, and roaming around doing different things every
like
day.
you are the inspiration right now. So suiting, booting, and
Yeah,
you can
you can say. So I was inspired by him. I did my pharmacy, and during my pharmacy, it was clear to me that I'm gonna join pharmaceutical marketing and sales right after my graduation, pharmacy graduation. So I remember I was appearing in my final viva, and we got the transcripts before that. And the teacher asked me what are the plans. The teacher who was doing final viva. I told him that my plans are very clear. I'm clear-headed. I have planned pharmaceutical marketing and sales for me. And before sitting into this room, I have actually cleared my entry exam for a sales position in an organization. And I have an offer right now with me. And I'll be joining to them in next week.
ओके। सो अच्छा उस्मान, द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग कि आपकी इसमें जो आपकी हेल्प की, आपके मामों ने आपकी हेल्प करी। नॉर्मली जो इंडिविजुअल, हर कोई, किसी के जो रिश्तेदार हैं वो फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री में नहीं होते। तो आप कितना इम्पोर्टेंट समझते हैं कि किसी के लिए मेंटर या गाइडेंस जो यंग फ्रेशर्स हैं वो किस तरीके से ले सकते हैं अपने सीनियर से?
So I think this is actually a gap which right now our pharmaceutical jitne bhi, the people who are doing pharmacy, they don't have proper career counseling. They don't know where to go, what to start, and where to end. Because usually in our batch, most of the class fellows, they ended up like 1 year in retail and then 1 year in clinical. And when you ask them what you really want to do, they came up with the answer: I want to do clinical. I want to practice clinical pharmacy. I want to work as a clinical pharmacist. So when you ask them how many opportunities and how many uh, vacancies you have in clinical pharmacy, they are blank. They don't know where to go. They can only count 2-3 institutes on top of their head. That's it. So career counseling is very important, I would say, and this is the role of senior pharmacists right now who are actually working in different segments. They should be open. They should uh, you can say they should encourage the young ones to collaborate with to contact with them, to collaborate with them, and if they require any kind of career counseling, they should do it. I believe into this thing, and this is the only reason you might find me very active on different platforms where people are seeking advice, where people are just looking forward. This is how you can pay back to the community,
Yes, sir.
because ultimately when you are living in a society, you have to give back something. There are different means. I think this is one of those by which you can give back to the society.
थैंक यू वेरी मच उस्मान। मेरे ख्याल से ये वीडियो भी, क्योंकि अब ये जो है यूट्यूब पे सेव रहेगी, तो नॉट नेसेसरी आपके वेबिनार के सेशन बड़े लिमिटेड होते हैं, तो ये वीडियो तो सेव रहेगी और लोग इससे इंस्पायर होते रहेंगे।
So to be honest, Faisal is actually pushing me from like last 3 days. I'm with him 24/7 from last 3 days, and he's pushing. We have to catch up a flight. हमारे पास दरम्यान में 30-40 minutes मिले थे, तो I was little lazy. I laid down and he came into my room. Come back. Come to this room. I need to do the recording. So it's because of you.
इट्स एन ऑनर फॉर अस। अच्छा उस्मान, थोड़ी सी प्रोफेशनल जर्नी के बारे में बताएं। आपने कहाँ से करियर स्टार्ट किया और अभी आपका क्या करंटली रोल है?
So Faisal, as told earlier, my career was planned right from the day first. It was not like that I came into this field like I'll be director or I will be this, I will be that. I have actually planned that I'll be leading any good pharmaceutical company in my 50s, or might be before that.
इंशाल्लाह 40s,
In
why not 40s?
40s, inshallah. So my career plans were very clear. So I came into this field, started as a medical representative, my career from a multinational. Then the plan was that firm that the 1 year I have completed, I was eligible for the executive MBA. So I applied into multiple universities in UK. I got admission in one of those, and then I moved there. I did my masters from there, spent time like 26 months in UK. It was a different experience, different exposure that actually helped a lot in terms of grooming, in terms of exposure, opportunities, exploring the world. That actually helped me. And then I came back to Pakistan. Uh, yeah, at the time I got interview in a Lahore-based company. There I got the opportunity. You can opt for local or for the international marketing. I opted for that, and then after 3 years, I think I made up my mind that international marketing is not going to get me there. But I have planned
What do you have planned?
what I have planned. So then I shifted myself from international marketing to domestic marketing, which is Pakistan pharmaceutical marketing. I got a role in this journey. I got very good mentors. Need to name those: Azim Suleiman, and then in high noon I got Dr. Aswar. Uh, then I moved to Karachi, because again it was a planned career that if you want to be on top of any organization, you have to go to Karachi, get that experience. I moved to Karachi, worked in a number of organizations, national, multinationals, and from last 4.5 years, I'm working in leading pharmaceutical of Pakistan, Gets Pharma. I started my career as group product manager over there. Worked in marketing uh, initially with one team, then it moved to different segments, different teams, number of people, and then recently I got an elevation in sales along with marketing. So this is again uh, answer to those who think that pharmacist coming into the pharmaceutical marketing will not get a role in pharmaceutical sales, because right now sales, we know it's has different dynamics. So I got this position, and alhamdulillah, I'm doing good in last 4-5 months. It's been 4-5 months, yeah.
या दैट्स ग्रेट। अच्छा उस्मान, अगर हम बात करें फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री की, तो क्या चैलेंजेस आप देखते हैं कि जो फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्री क्या चैलेंजेस भी फेस कर रही है, या आपने कोई ट्रांजिशन देखी बिटवीन योर करियर जर्नी?
Yeah, so the pharmaceutical marketing or pharmaceutical segment has gone through I would say, a very major transition. We, when I came into this industry, it was like driven by multinationals, more kind of strategic moves were done, portfolios, products were planned strategically, then they were launched, and before launch, it was like N-6 uh, formula which they use before launch. They start doing pre-launch activities. So over the time, this thing have deteriorated. We have seen that the companies have moved or shifted their model to a model which can respond a little earlier, but not sustainable. Important word here is sustainable, because we have seen people making waves in particular segment, uh, coming on the top of that particular segment, and then just vanishing or wiping out within 2-3 months, because due to some cash flows or due to something, some other issues, they couldn't sustain their particular model. That's why they were not on top of that particular segment. So this is the transition we have seen from a strategic moves or companies moving with the strategy to companies where it's more or less, you can call, individual based customer investments and all those things, uh, engagements to the customers, and this is how
The companies are
pharmaceutical.
now more focused towards the like direct sales activities, so they can have the business as well.
Exactly. So
So the strategic element is reducing. Strategic element, the strategic planning.
I couldn't find it in most of the companies. You're saying reducing. I would say I couldn't find it in most of the companies. It's just like many companies, they're just following blindly to any company. Most of the cases, it gets pharma. They're following blindly, or they have launched another team, or they have placed this SKU into this SKU in another team. We should also launch this particular molecule in 2 teams, or this particular brand in 2 teams to get benefit. So they don't actually think about it, why they have done it, what was their thought. So actually, why is missing?
The why element is missing.
Why element is missing.
Okay, Usman, if we talk about the why element, so यहाँ पे प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर और ब्रांड मैनेजर्स का रोल आ जाता है, तो वो अपने आप को किस तरीके से प्लेस कर सकते हैं, इन चैलेंजेस को किस तरीके से ओवरकम कर सकते हैं?
This is actually, I usually talk a lot about this thing, that we are actually facing brain drain in Pakistan and also in pharmaceutical marketing. Unfortunately, the new generation which is coming into this pharmaceutical marketing, they know that it's normal for them. What the pharmaceutical industry is doing right now, it's very normal for them. So they don't think about the whys. When you don't think about the whys, why you are doing, for who you are doing, and what should be the objectives, and why this should be done and why this should not be done, you don't think about it. It's just boss ने कह दिया तो ये करना है. So we have a bossy culture over here. तो जब वो उसमें they are not thinking, they are not actually adding value.
So what advice आप उनको देंगे कि यार के वाई एलिमेंट में मजीद किस तरीके से सोचें,
I would say
अगर आप
whenever
इसको किसी एग्जाम्पल से रिलेट कर सकें.
so I would say whenever you are coming up or going for your brand plan meeting, go with the open mind. Do question yourself, do critique yourself, be the devil in the room. Even for your own brand, be the devil, and just figure out all the elements which can bring down that best idea which you want in brand plan. What are the things or the risk factors that won't make that best brand plan executable in the field? So we see every year every brand manager in every company is running best brand plan, IGMs, idea generation meetings. They they boost it on platforms, but when we see in the practical field, we have that limited set of 3-4 activities: pharmaceutical activities, MGMs, OPDs, symposias, one-on-one engagements, gifting. That's it. So nothing new. And even with this newer trend, AI related things and apps, nobody even research that why you're making this app. And as a user, when you just think about yourself, if Facebook start taking time, let's say 5 seconds lag, will you keep on using the Facebook?
No, definitely not.
So when we come up with the app, our apps are usually lagging in time in such response time, and we think this is the best idea because that's actually what product manager think that idea is like his or her baby. अब काला है सफेद है यही है,
Hey.
and they love it to the core कि उसकी वो जितनी बुराई है या क्रिटिक है ना उस पे, they don't do that. उसकी वजह से what happen, we actually don't get those crazy or the wonderful ideas in the field.
इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए बेलो बटन पर प्रेस करते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी
Please subscribe. Thank you.
थैंक यू.